Hi friends, this is Gautam from Zendalona, welcoming you to the Accessible Coconut tutorial series. In this video, let us examine the options available on the speech page, which is the third page of the Preferences dialog.
Speech page tab, 3 of 8.
With the options available on the speech page, we can decide what information Orca should announce. First item available here is the Enable Speech checkbox.
Tab, Enable Speech checkbox checked, Alt+E.
Speech will not be available if this checkbox is not checked. Next is the Verbosity panel, and there are two radio buttons, Verbose and Brief.
Tab, Verbosity panel, Brief, selected radio button, Verbose, selected radio button, Alt+B, 1 of 2.
From here, we can determine the amount of information Orca gives on various situations. If Verbose is selected, Orca gives maximum information possible on a given situation, and if the radio button Brief is selected, the information given will be less. Next is the Punctuation level panel.
Tab, Punctuation level panel, All, selected radio button, Alt+A, 1 of 4.
Here we can decide the amount of punctuation Orca should announce. The available levels are None, Some, Most and All.
Most, Some, None, Select, Some, Most, All, selected radio button of 4.
As we have heard, these are given as radio buttons. Choosing a punctuation level of None causes no punctuation to be spoken. However, special symbols such as subscripted numbers, Unicode fractions, and bullets are still spoken at this level, even though some might consider these types of symbols as punctuation. Then, choosing a punctuation level of Some causes all of the previously mentioned symbols to be spoken. In addition, Orca will speak non-mathematical symbols, currency symbols, at, and, etc. Then, choosing a punctuation level of Most causes Orca to speak all non-punctuation symbols other than certain symbols like question mark and exclamation symbol. Then, if All is selected, all non-punctuation will be announced. Next is the Spoken Context panel.
Tab, Spoken Context panel, Only Speak displayed text checkbox not checked.
The first checkbox is the Only Speak displayed text checkbox. If this checkbox is checked, only the text displayed will be announced by Orca. So, the coming items will not be available for configuration if this checkbox is checked. Next is the Speak Blank Lines checkbox.
Speak blank lines checkbox checked.
This is for making Orca announce the presence of a blank line whenever we encounter one. Next checkbox is for announcing the presence of indentation and justification in the text Orca is reading out.
Speak indentation and justification checkbox not checked, Alt+I.
These are two formatting techniques commonly used in documents to enhance readability and presentation. Indentation refers to the spacing at the beginning of a line of text. It is used to separate paragraphs or sections within a document for better understanding. Justification in documents means aligning text neatly on both sides of the page with even spacing between words. Then comes the checkbox for making Orca notify us the presence of misspelled words.
Speak misspelled -word indicator checkbox checked, Alt+M.
Then comes the Speak Object Mnemonics checkbox.
Speak Object Mnemonics checkbox checked, Alt+K.
If this checkbox is checked, Orca will announce the mnemonic associated with the object under focus. For example, Alt-O for an OK button. Next is the Speak Child Position checkbox.
Speak child position checkbox checked. Alt+O.
Checking this will cause Orca to announce the position of the focused item in menu, list, etc. For instance, if there are 10 items and the item under selection is the 5th one, Orca announces its position as 5 of 10.
Speak tutorial messages checkbox not checked.
Then the Speak Tutorial Messages checkbox. If this checkbox is checked when we navigate among items in an interface, Orca will provide additional information such as how to interact or what to do. For example, when we are on a menu, if there is a submenu, Orca will say that to enter submenu, press right arrow key. Next is the Speak Description checkbox.
Speak description checkbox checked. Alt+D.
If it is checked, as we move among objects in an interface, Orca will speak the accessible description in addition to the accessible name of the object. The accessible description provides additional information about an object beyond its name. It offers more context that may not be immediately apparent from the name alone.
System messages are detailed checkbox checked. Alt+S.
Next is the System Messages are detailed checkbox, and if this checkbox is checked, Orca will present detailed system messages. Then comes the Speak Colors as Names checkbox.
Speak colors as names checkbox checked.
If this checkbox is checked, Orca will describe colors, looking for the closest approximate. That means instead of announcing RGB value of the color, Orca announces the name of the color. Then, by checking the coming checkboxes, we can make Orca announce the presence of block codes, forms, landmarks, lists, panels, and tables during navigation.
Announce block quotes during navigation checkbox checked. Announce forms during navigation. Announce landmarks during navigation. Announce lists during navigation. Announce panels during navigation. Announce tables during navigation checkbox checked. Alt+D.
Then, by checking the next 3 checkboxes, we can make Orca read full rows in GUI tables, document tables, and spreadsheets. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface.
Speak full row in GUI tables checkbox checked. Speak full row in document tables. Speak full row in spreadsheets checkbox not checked. Alt+R.
These are the options available on the speech page. If there are any doubts or suggestions, please leave a comment. Thank you.